The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Carson-Newman is back in the NCAA tournament. Andrew Rogers here with head coach Mike Mincey for the Eagles Sports Network. Coach, you're the number 2 seed taking on Peach Belt foe Augusta. How excited are you for this year's group to get back to the NCAA tournament? Sixth time in the last 7 years since you've coached, you get back there. But with the way things ended last year for them to set goals and get back to the NCAA tournament this year, how proud are you of this unit to get back?
I mean, I'm obviously proud of them. When we failed at the end of last year, we were on the cusp of making it, and then we lost our last 2 games, and that's still the deal to not get us in. Our first meeting back last spring, and then we talked about this is where we want to get back to is certainly the NCAA tournament. We've had a lot of success getting there. Wanted to get back to it because I want our players to be able to experience that every single year if we can. It's just one of our goals. And, throughout the summer and the fall and in the preseason, it's just been one of our goals that, if we didn't win our tournament and get to AQ, which we didn't, we want to be one of the 5 at-large bids, and, we're very fortunate to get back to it.
How excited are you to see players like Braylon Weichel, Skylar Boshiers, Lindsey Taylor not only start their careers in the NCAA tournament, but now finish their careers there? And you've got plenty of others that have the experience now and some new ones that will experience it too. But for those 3 specifically that started their careers, kind of continued the tradition on of setting that expectation for them to be able to get back there in their final years.
Well, last year we didn't go, so our sophomore, Keely, Emily, Ash, Callie, they didn't get to experience the NCAA tournament like all of our other classes has gotten to, because you do things like what we did last week and you get to a championship game. Once you taste it, you want it again, and it gives you motivation to work harder to get back to it. But we're back now. Braylon's been 4 times, and I know we had the COVID year. We didn't play that year, but Braylon's been 4 times. This will be Lindsey and Sky's 3rd time. CP, Mac, Ruthie, Tori, I think it's their 2nd time. And, of course, our freshmen and sophomores, their first opportunity. But it's just a special time of year, obviously, with March Madness, and for the Division II tournament, it's a very difficult tournament because all 8 teams that are there can play, and it's not like you're a number 1 or 2 seed in the big D1 tournament and you're going to get someone you should beat. I mean, from the get-go, it's going to be a very difficult tournament. And Augusta's no joke. I haven't really, I've seen them play a little bit when we scouted Anderson, scouted Wingate. I know they're really good and really athletic, and it's going to be certainly a tough challenge for us.
Yeah, what's it like knowing there are so many teams that you prepared yourself for this opportunity to get to the tournament? 22-9 overall record, pretty much everybody in the field you've played except for Augusta and Pembroke, the 7 and 8 seeds. So how do you hope those experiences throughout the regular season, both the highs and the lows, help you prepare for this 4-day stretch as you try to go win a regional?
Well, I certainly didn't expect us to be a 2 seed. I know we had some 2-1 head-to-head matchups against people like Wingate and LR and Anderson. Our strength of schedule was really strong, and I don't know what it was in terms of the committees, what they were looking at, but the way we set our schedule up was to be good enough that if we had a good enough record, maybe we could host a regional, because that's special when you can do that. Certainly that didn't happen. But we felt like we played a strong enough schedule to give us the opportunity to be in the NCAA tournament. And I really think that that's probably what got us to where we are, is because our strength of schedule was so strong, playing so many really good teams. I think we had a pretty decent winning record against the top 10 teams in the region. And we did have some lows. We had some games we coughed up this year with leads that we shouldn't have. But I really feel like that a lot of things that we learned throughout the year helped us to propel through that victory that we got against LR, because that was a struggle in that game and we didn't play well, but we ended up getting a stop and a score, and that's stuff we hadn't done throughout the year. So I felt like we used those experiences to become victorious on that particular night.
7 times you've been in the NCAA tournament now, counting this one. You've been through it, obviously, a lot, getting ready from the conference tournament to the NCAA tournament. What's the key for this year's group? To rebound after the SAC title loss and get ready for the regional title, still knowing there's a lot left to play for.
Well, we got to experience a special week last week with the first SAC tournament in Rock Hill, all neutral site games. Playing tough Anderson, LR. I mean, it was a really tough path to try to get a championship. Obviously, we ran into a buzzsaw on Friday against Wingate. They played super well, beating us there. But, navigating that was difficult. I think we're all still very tired from that event, leaving on Tuesday, not getting back till late Friday night. Of course, it was a gut punch losing the championship game, but at least we were there. I think it would hurt worse had we have not made it to the championship game. But you get there and you're so close, and then you lose. It was a long ride home. But hopefully those experiences will pay off maybe this week, because, we've gone and we've had to stay and we've had to navigate pre-game and post-game and all that stuff. Just being in the hotel, I thought we did a pretty good job of it. We just kind of ran out of gas last Friday.
Congratulations on getting back to the tournament.
Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it.
That's Carson-Newman head women's basketball coach Mike Mincey. I'm Andrew Rogers for the Eagles Sports Network.